So thank you for being here for Brave New Ocean Day 1. I'm Millicent Pitts, Executive Director of Ocean Exchange. And I'm going to run through a few housekeeping items plus how we're going to move forward today. We're going to talk largely about the ocean enterprise, and I'm going to guess that some of you know what that is, and some think it's a synonym for the blue economy. Hint, hint, it's not. It's certainly related, and it's a subset, but the blue economy is much broader than just the ocean enterprise. I want to introduce a few people. Dane Dunstan is here, and those of you that have been to Ocean Exchange before will recognize him. He's our historic MC there for 10 years now, I don't know how many years, and he's going to MC and kind of guide us through today. Chris Ostrander is here with me on stage. He is the executive director, there we go, of the Marine Technology Society. And he's going to be my new boss July 1. So your job is not to ask me any challenging questions and make me look bad today. So, and you'll see more of Chris on stage. So today we're going to go through, we have some keynote speakers, we have several panels, again, all under this umbrella theme of the ocean enterprise. We will take questions during the session as time allows. We're getting a late start, but we intend to have questions. I do have a few house rules. So one, if you have a very detailed question, and we're going to have experts on stage, we may ask you to write that down and we'll get a question to you, an answer to you. We won't necessarily get in the weeds, the seaweeds, too deeply. But we welcome all questions. And we will have a kind of a closing panel in mid-afternoon, and we can recap some of the questions if there's some common themes. So there'll be different opportunities to get questions answered. And then I ask that we operate by, the so-called Chatham House rules, right? So what happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. So we welcome everyone to take pictures, post on LinkedIn. However, we ask no videos. One of the objectives is for you to understand more about the ocean enterprise and freely talk about it. Go home and talk to colleagues, fellow workers, others in your professional and frankly, your personal networks. But don't attribute, certain comments to individuals here. We want kind of an unfiltered conversation today. So if we can live by those rules. We're going to do a quick, Susan, is this right? I hit the big green button now. We're going to do an online poll. Oops, is that it? Nope. No. I'm hitting the green button. Nope. Okay. So get those things, those little things that are attached to your hand, and log on to Menti. Put in this number. We're going to leave it up there for a minute. We're going to ask you 2 questions, and we're going to do a poll again at the end of today. Okay. So question number 1, we want to know a little bit about, who you are. Yeah, I love this. So much fun, isn't it? Well, we see government as 0. They can't travel, so we don't have any government, right, unless they're local government. So that's no surprise. I like all of our attendees. I'm really happy to see so many business people because the ocean enterprise has a big business component to it. We'll move on, kind of get the sense of this now. This is a trick question, because we're going to spend the day telling you about the ocean enterprise.
I like the a lot.
I'm going to predict that we're going to surprise some of you that think you know a lot about it. We're going to expand your view of the ocean enterprise. That's my prediction. Okay. I want to introduce one other person here before I turn it over to Chris. So Haley McQueen is here. Raise your hand. You see those tents on your tables. Haley is with ON&T, Ocean News and Technology, also ECO, Environmental, Coastal, and Ocean. They are our exclusive media partner here, and we have an ongoing relationship. I'm sure Haley will want to approach some of you, talk to you, perhaps interview you. All you startups, I think for sure she's going to want to talk to you. We started this relationship with ON&T at Ocean Exchange last year, and it proved to be really fruitful, and we've sort of expanded that and extended that. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Chris. Over and out.
Thanks, Millie. We're going to hear a lot today about the ocean enterprise. I don't have slide control. But I want to start first by defining what ocean enterprise means and why it matters. So the ocean enterprise is an ecosystem of commercial, nonprofit, academic, and government organizations that support ocean observing, deliver ocean data and services, and enable the growth of a sustainable blue economy. The blue economy is what we traditionally think of when we think of macro-scale ocean industry: ports, shipping, fisheries, defense, energy, coastal infrastructure. The ocean enterprise enables those industries. It includes the companies that design autonomous vehicles and ocean sensors, the institutions that build climate models from sea level data, and the startups turning marine science into actionable solutions. And the people, like many of you, who are working every day to connect ocean knowledge and real-world decisions. The blue economy is growing, and it's growing fast. According to the OECD, its value is expected to reach $3 trillion globally by 2030. This is roughly on par with the commercial aviation industry, and it's larger than the economy of Texas. That growth is being fueled by everything from offshore renewable energy to climate services, aquaculture, marine robotics, and even new frontiers like deep-sea critical minerals, carbon capture, and blue biotech. But there's a challenge. While this growth is real, the infrastructure that supports it, the ocean data, the technology, the services, is still largely invisible to investors, to policymakers, and even the broader public. And I've seen this firsthand. Before stepping into my role at MTS, I worked in ocean science and technology, in the field and at sea as an oceanographer, and as a deal maker, licensing intellectual property and technologies to companies. And I've spent a career trying to connect data and the technologies that generate data to decision makers for impact. I've seen brilliant technologies struggle to reach the market, and invaluable data products fail to gain a user foothold, not because the tech and ideas weren't sound and the need not clear, but because the sector itself wasn't clearly understood or supported, both by the innovators who live within it and the investors who watch it from the outside. The truth is, the businesses that enable the blue economy, the ones building sensors, deploying autonomous systems, integrating data streams, are still largely flying under the radar. They exist in large but isolated silos, islands disconnected from the major investment pipelines and the visibility that mature tech sectors enjoy. And that's where the Ocean Enterprise and the Ocean Enterprise Initiative come in. The Ocean Enterprise Initiative is a flagship program of MTS, with partners at NOAA, the Global Ocean Observing System housed at the UN, Kongsberg, and L3 Harris, that's working to raise the visibility, the credibility, and the investability of the ocean enterprise sector. We want to ensure this space is seen, not just as a support function, but as a core engine of the blue economy. And that's also why we're here at EarthX today. because this is a place where science meets innovation, where business meets policy, and where people come together to imagine what's possible. At MTS, we're focused on building the visibility, the tools, and the partnerships that will grow this sector, not in theory, but in practice. And that means creating digital tools like the Ocean Enterprise Interchange to help connect businesses, investors, and data. It means convening our signature dialogues with industry on topics like cost-effective ocean sensors and ocean observing networks. And it means supporting the next generation of the ocean workforce, from technicians and veterans to engineers and entrepreneurs, through new credentialing pathways and career development supports. As we begin today's program, I invite you to think not just about where the Ocean Enterprise is, but where it needs to go, and who we need at the table to get there. Because growing the enterprise isn't just about advancing new technology or unlocking new markets. It's about building trust, forming partnerships, and aligning around a shared sense of purpose, that ocean knowledge, ocean protection, and ocean opportunity must go hand in hand.